Heartiest welcome to Global Talk Show by Business Power Academy, Netherlands. And today, this show is going to be super awesome, super inspiring, and super amazing because we have a very great guest from India, Dr. P Padmini. Welcome, Dr. P Padmini, to our show today.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to join you. Thank you.
Well, before I take a beautiful, lovely deep dive, let me tell you who is Dr. P. Padmini. She is Associate Professor of English, Director Center for Women's Studies at Raj College for Women, Chennai. And I am so super excited to host her today. It's my great privilege and great honor. Welcome, ma'am, once again. And let's take this journey on because globally people are very much excited and they are waiting for this lovely show. Well, to start your inspiring journey, I would love to know what was your inspiring, incredible life journey. Because of that, you are at the topmost, you can say, personalities of India, which I consider. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for those nice words of introduction. And I don't think I'm one of the top people in India, but still, I think I have succeeded in my life, in my teaching career. And to begin with, I would say, as you said, I'm an associate professor of English and director for Center for Women's Studies. It is the college where I work in is all women's institution, one of the best institutions in Chennai, the southern part of India, the capital of Tamil Nadu, one of the important southern states in India. Actually, this Ethiraj College for Women has some 44 schools, 44 departments, one of which is the postgraduate and research department of English, and I'm part of it as an associate professor. And I'm also the director for Center for Women's Studies of Ethiraj College. The Center for Women's Studies is a UGC funded center. UGC, as many people will not be aware of UGC. So I have the responsibility of telling what UGC is. UGC is University Grants Commission, and a central government body in India which funds the institutions, colleges of higher learning, and universities in India. So the Center for Women's Studies is a UGC funded center. And I'm very proud and happy to tell you that I'm the director of the Center for Women's Studies. And of course, it all did not happen in overnight, right? I started my career when I was just 22 or 23-year-old in 1995. Soon after my MPhil, I joined Ethiraj College. Before that, I was a practicing journalist. I worked for a newspaper called News Today, and also I did some assignments for Indian Express, one of the centenarian newspaper in India. And after that, I took up for teaching. Of course, teaching was my first love. It's a profession which is very close to my heart because I come from a family of teachers. My mother, though she was not a registered teacher in a school or a college, she's a private teacher. And of course, ours is a very big family. We are 11 in the family, 8 sisters and 3 brothers. It's almost a cricket team, right? Yeah. And out of the 8 sisters, 5 of us are in the teaching profession. 5 of us are in the teaching profession. Maybe that passion for teaching, that love for teaching is there in my blood, and that made me become a teacher. One interesting incident which I tell you is, as I told you, I started as a practicing journalist. Mm-hmm. And I was working in a newspaper office. And at that time, through a government employment office, I got the opportunity to join Ethiraj College in this evening stream. Right. Okay. So I took up that job also, thinking that my newspaper is an eveninger. The paper which I was working was an eveninger. So afternoon, my job will get over in the newspaper. And so after the newspaper is ready, I can go to college and work there in the evening. And I was, you should say, I was very greedy. But still, I took up both the professions in spite of the then principal of our college warning me that you can have only one bus at one time. So, but still I continued. Mornings I'll go to the newspaper office, evenings I'll come to college. So one day what happened is I was traveling in a public transport bus. I missed the office cab that day. So I had to travel in the public transport bus, and somebody pickpocketed my purse, which
Oh,
had all my important documents like my press card, my ID card of the newspaper's office, everything. And then I decided the whole week I was in a dilemma whether to continue with journalism or to continue with teaching. So it was like a message that came to me. It was a theft, and of course a very bad incident, but still it 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 is a sign that I should give up my journalism
yeah.
profession and take up teaching. So I took that as a message from some supernatural element, and I continued in teaching. So that is how it started. It's almost 27 years now. And in these 27 years, very humbled to realize that I have touched upon the lives of so many youngsters. I don't know how successfully I have inspired them, but still it feels good to know that I have become a part of, and of course, a very important, teachers play a very important role in anybody's life. So it is really, I am humbled to realize that I have become a part of so many students' lives, thousands and thousands of students' lives in these 27 years of my teaching career.
Great. Ma'am, this is really incredible to know and so inspiring the way you have told about your journey. And each step of your journey, life journey, incredible journey, has reflected only one thing: move on in life, whatever difficulties you are facing. And that's what you have transformed every student's life, everyone's life. And that's what you are transforming today on this show, because millions are watching you, globally you are being watched, and everybody is getting only one message: keep moving forward, keep darting forward till you achieve your mission. So thank you so much for this loveliest answer, inspiring answer. I must use this word. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, moving to this lovely journey of ordinary to super extraordinary, I would love to know, Dr. Padmini, in everybody's life, we have seen, witnessing a lot of challenges, a lot of problems. And every turn where, whether it's you, me, we feel like giving up. And we are so much distressed that we feel like, oh my God, next what? So I would love to know what kind of challenges you had faced in your life and how you have overcome those challenges in a positive turnover. So would love to know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the question. Of course, life is not always a bed of roses, right? When God said, let there be light, there also came shadow.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that only positive things happen to people in life. Of course, to win and overcome all these situations, there lies the success of life. So I too had a lot of problems, challenges, difficulties in life. We call them challenges because somehow we follow some strategy or the other and overcome them. That is why we prefer the word challenge than problems or difficulties or failures, right? So the challenges started very early in my life. As I told you, we are 11 in the family and 8 of us are girls. And my father passed away. I think I can tell, even though it is personal, it is one of the challenges, biggest challenges that I came across in life. When I was in 10th standard, my father passed away. And it was my mother who brought us all up. She gave her good education to us. Even if my father had been alive, maybe he would have got all daughters married at an early age. But my mother decided that education is a must for girls. So more than marriage or more than giving us money, wealth, dowry, or jewels in marriage, she decided that she will give us education. She decided that she will make us stand on our own legs and earn our own breads instead of depending on somebody else. As it is always said in Indian mythology or Indian custom and tradition, women are always dependent. At a young age, she has to depend on her father and then brothers and then her own son. But my mother was so strong that she decided that all of us girls should stand on our own legs. We should earn, we should earn our bread and we should be independent. So basically, the only source which she thought was education. So she educated all of us. So when my father died, we were all so young, and it was really a tough time. But still, we we were holding on to one another, and we grew up. That was the first challenge which I faced in life. And then after that, again, it is not very easy to get employment these days, particularly the job which you want to do, which you have a craving or love for. So that is also very difficult. And my first appointment was, I was posted in a kind of a rural place called Madurai. I was born and brought up in Chennai, the metropolitan city, but my regular appointment was in Madurai. Of course, Madurai is the cultural capital of India. They say it's a city of temples and poets, but still, it was very difficult for me when I went to Madurai. It was like a culture shock. I was teaching, of course, in the Ethiraj College evening for 6 years. After that, my regular appointment was in Madurai. But still, new place, new culture, new system of education, and no friends, no relatives. But that was a very tough time. I went there with my 1-year-old daughter. But still, teaching profession is such a profession where you receive a lot of love from people, particularly in a rural place like Madurai. The children saw you like a mother. Maybe in any
Exactly.
other metropolitan city, teacher is you're just yet another teacher. But in Madurai, it was not like that, because they particularly an English teacher is something really big for them. So that was another challenge I overcame. Even though I was placed in a place where I was not comfortable enough, where I don't have friends, completely alien to that place, I was able to succeed because of my love for the passion and the love which was reciprocated by my students and by my lovable students. Right. That was the second challenge which I faced. And then the third challenge was when I came back to Chennai. You might be wondering, a Chennai, when she went to Madurai, she says that was a challenge. And coming back to Chennai again,
Exactly,
what is the
exactly.
challenge
Yes.
in it? Of course, it is when you come back to your roots. After 10 long years, it is very difficult to fix into your roots again. So I had that problem. And by my parents' blessings or God's grace, whatever you call it, I was able to overcome those challenges, and I'm doing well in the profession. Of course, for any teacher, pandemic was the biggest challenge, right? The past 2-3
Exactly.
years, because one of the reasons why some of us teachers continue in this profession is our love for classroom teaching. Unlike other European countries or other foreign nations, India was not much used to online teaching. So it was due to pandemic. It's a blessing in disguise that during pandemic we got used to this online teaching, or we got digitalized more during the pandemic. So the pandemic situation was a real big challenge for all of us. All of a sudden, overnight, we took up to online teaching, which was not earlier
Yeah.
practiced regularly in India. But still, we were all able to do that well because of thanks to technology and innovations and the infrastructure which the college provided us. And students also, youngsters, they are very responsive to changes. So that is the important thing which you should have to win over challenges. You should be responsive to challenges, right? Responsive to changes. You have to be able enough to adapt yourself to new changes that is happening in life. I think that is the reason. If you have this adaptability, this nature to change yourself according to the situations, modify your own style, your own way of teaching, your anything for that matter. If you're trained to modify yourself according to the situation and circumstances, definitely we can win over any challenge and can be successful in life.
Wow, this is so mind blowing and so, you can say, so inspiring. And ma'am, when you said, Dr. Padmini, about your challenges, then I must use the word success is to flow like water through a road of rocks. That's what you have reflected in your life journey, that yes, problems are not mere problems, they're the challenges. And we should know how to adapt ourselves according to our present situation and move. And this is really, really beautiful, which
Thank you.
even I have been touched now. Whatever challenges you faced in your life, in every step of your life, it's whether it's a culture shock or changing a place, it really played a very important role in sculpturing your personality into a stronger woman. That's what I can say, ma'am. Hats off to you, Dr. Padmini, for
Thank you.
this beautiful challenges, which has really sculptured into a very positive and strong woman today. So I congratulate you for this
Thank you.
kind of strong personality. Well, moving to this lovely journey, now I would like to know, what is Dr. Padmini's mission for her life?
See, we have professional agendas, of course, like becoming the head of the institution or becoming vice chancellor of a university and things like that. So these are just professional agendas. I won't call them mission. Of course, I have professional agendas in life, like becoming coming to the top position in a university or a college. But still, my mission in life could be, as you said, a good teacher inspires her students. A good teacher does not just teach the students, but she inspires. And she has to inculcate a love for learning in the students. So my mission would be to teach, to touch upon the lives of many children and to teach them positive psychology, to take things in a very positive manner and win over the challenges and come up in life. A teacher is always compared to a ladder, right? The ladder stands there, but all the people, the pupil, the students who use the ladder go up in life. So that would be the humble mission of a teacher like me.
Superb one. And this is really great. A teacher is just like a ladder where you just use this word. And I really reciprocate the same with you. And I wish you all the best in your life, in your mission. May God give you beautiful success, whatever you are doing for the society and for the humanity. Dr. Padmini, thank you so much for this beautiful mission answer. And you have really, really inspired millions today who are watching us live on this global talk show. Well, moving on this course of beautiful, inspiring, lovely journey with Dr. Padmini, I would love to know that when you are moving in your life, do you find any kind of aha moment in your life or some great moments which really inspired you and you said, wow, this was the wow moment I was waiting for long time?
See, there are so many such moments that has happened in my life. So far, I have guided 15 PhD scholars, and 15 of my PhD awards have been awarded doctoral degrees. And
Amazing. Great.
every time the examiner announces or recommends PhD, recommends the award of doctoral degree for my candidate, every time, not just the first time, second time, till the 15th time. Every time the recommendation moment comes and the examiner announces that she could be called, so-and-so could be called Dr. So-and-so from now on, that's an awe moment for me. And whenever, see, the most beautiful memories or moment is once when I met Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of India. My husband,
Wow.
uh,
Super.
incidentally, he is in politics and he was a member of parliament. So when I once went with him to the parliament, we were sitting in the central hall of the parliament. I happened to meet Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and that was a wow moment for me. And we exchanged certain ideas, ideologies, and we shared some notions of us about teaching and inspiring the lives of children, things like that. That was a moment for me. So there are so many. I think And one another moment was when I was listening to a debate on 33% of reservation for women in the parliament. I was sitting in the gallery and I was listening to this beautiful deliberation going on, very heated arguments in the parliament. And that was again a moment of wow for me. But the sad part of it is the president was a woman at that time during this discussion, when this discussion went on in the parliament. The opposition party leader was a woman, the speaker was a woman, the ruling party leader was a woman, but still that bill was not passed. So
Oh,
that was
God.
a wow moment as well as a very sorry
Sorry,
moment
yeah.
for me.
Great. This is really lovely. And I wish you all so many aha moments in your life. The way you told such wow moments, it has to be multiplied in your life and has to give a lot of beautiful happiness in your life. So I wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best, Dr. Padmini. Well, before we say goodbye to our lovely global audience, I would love to know, Dr. Padmini, your beautiful message to our audience who are waiting for it.
I don't think I've grown that much to give any message to my
Oh,
audience,
no, not at
but
all.
still,
Not at all.
but still, uh, as my based on my experience, I could say life is very short, and uh, and it's also very sweet, right? Our perception makes our life, right? Like the Mona Lisa painting, when you see it, if you're happy and see it, it looks happy, it looks smiling. When you're sad, your sadness is reflected on the painting. So life is such a very sweet thing. Let us not waste time worrying about things. You keep moving, and whatever you are and wherever you are and whatever you do, be good first of all. Automatically, every other thing is taken care of, and life will really be beautiful. And love everything, as Shelley says, love everything in life that is great as well as small.
Thank you so much for this loveliest message which you have delivered today, which you have rendered today to our audience. And you have touched millions of lives today by your inspiring journey, by your incredible journey. And people would love to take your example and they will try to reflect those beautiful qualities in their life and they will move forward. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving
Thank
this
you.
beautiful evening today. And I am heartfelt thanks to you for accepting my invitation for this global talk show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. Bye-bye.